Hello, YouTube. How is it going? This is PsychoYajko, and welcome to part 2 of my live stream where I'm talking about the year of 2005. This is going to be a second attempt to see if there might be any more people who might join. I figured that since it's Saturday and since it's a weekend, that there might not be much for people to do. So I sent a link to many people in the hopes that they will join. And right now we have another caller. His name is Winter King.
Hello.
Hey. I'm sure
I saw your stream sometime yesterday while I was doing our shit because my mom was in the hospital and
Oh my, yeah, that's how's she doing?
had but I was in the live chat though. So, but the thing of it is, my phone battery was at the lowest.
Right.
But
Well, yeah, I'm sure you're obviously familiar with the year of 2005. There's a lot of people who are alive during that time frame.
yep, I was about well, I was still 3, and I still 3, and I think I
Yeah.
turned 4 that year.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you're familiar with Hurricane Katrina, right?
Yeah, I heard of it.
Oh, that was catastrophic. I think we even got some flooding up here because of it too. It was definitely quite a squall. So some states were affected by it. It was Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, I think maybe Florida too. I even had some of the songs. I'm sure you're familiar with some of these songs. I'm going to zoom them up right here, right now.
Okay. I heard of Feel Good by Gorillaz.
Yeah, De La Soul was featured in that song. I really like the instrumental riff too, for obvious reasons. It's a really good instrumental riff, especially with the bass guitar. That's how I got hooked on the song when I first heard it. And of course, the drums and the guitar and Damon Albarn's singing. And of course, De La Soul. He also steals the show. I've mentioned this in my previous stream. This is such a pity by Weezer was kind of a risky choice because, as far as I'm aware, not a lot of people like Weezer, but this song was listenable regardless. And I actually discovered this song a few years back, not just since 2005, but a couple years back. When I was a part-time board operator running commercials for the baseball season, there was a little music cue that I had to play along with a voiceover to let the radio listeners know that we were about to approach the next baseball inning on the radio. And the music cue, This Is Such a Pity by Weezer, that was one of the songs. And that was how I first discovered it.
Yeah.
Beck was a good choice too. Aguero, their full album by Beck. I listened to that song for I can almost listen to the whole thing, without prejudice. How you been, AC? Yo, AC, you want in? You still watching? I'll see if I can send you the link on Twitter. See if you might be interested in joining. I think he was like the newest person to ever join one of my streams. And he's following me on social media on X, so I'll see if I can send him a link there. I'll send you the link on X, AC. Link provided to you on your social medias.
I'm having KFC at the moment.
Oh, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, that's really good chicken. Just saying. I prefer chicken breast, and if it's white meat, then yeah. Oh, we're also going to be talking a bit about movies. Do you remember any movies or TV series from this time frame? I happened to mention American Dad when it was first released in that year.
I think.
Boondocks.
Oh yeah, I remember watching it a few times. Or let me rephrase that. I remember watching American Dad a few times, but my dad and I do remember watching Camp Lasso and My Jim Patterson Monkey.
Mm-hmm. There was a scene. There was a part in. I'm going to be inviting him first, and then we'll talk more about it. AC, you're the newest person to enter my live streams. How have you been, man?
Shit, I've been good.
Very good, very good. Winter King and I were just talking about some events, obviously. I'm sure you're obviously familiar with Hurricane Katrina. That was quite a storm of this year.
Yeah.
Slanted to New Orleans, like 2 to 3 states were affected by it. Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama.
Shit, I was in middle school when that happened.
Yeah, it slanted to New Orleans. According to the statistics that were done by the National Weather Service, it would go on to state that the research that's been made, it will allow this hurricane to be the costliest, surpassing the record that was held by Hurricane Andrew in 1992. This hurricane would kill up to 1,833 people, and the damage that was caused by this hurricane was worth 108 billion in US dollars worth of property damage.
Damn.
Yeah, it's true. I'll even send a link to the National Weather Service. Not that you're probably interested, but this is where I got some of my research. It's from the government's National Weather Service website. You can find some of the statistics there and some of the additional information on this natural disaster. And there were some good songs of this year. I'm sure you're familiar with some of these songs. I'm going to zoom up to them. I even sent some of the links to them in the StreamYard, so you can into the live chat, so you can listen to them for yourselves.
Yeah, the song, just a little bit. I heard that shit a lot.
Very good, very good. That was definitely. I remember talking about it. It was featured on their 2005 playlist of 50 Cent called "The Massacre." That was where I first heard that song. And there's some other songs on there that are listenable that I like. "Get in My Car" by 50 Cent, "Out of Control," "Candy Shop."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, Gorillaz, boy, they were something else. Like the British artists, Damon Albarn, he collaborated with artist Jamie Hewlett to make all these cartoon characters and portray them as the ones who are playing all the instruments. I mean, the idea of taking like a cartoon band, like having actual people playing, and then making music videos where it's all animated with fictional cartoon characters. Best thing since sliced bread, I will say.
Yeah. I mean, like Gorillas, they were the ones that came across to when I first heard one of their songs.
Yeah, their very first song I was introduced to, it was either "Feel Good Inc." by Gorillaz with featured artist De La Soul. That's a good one. And it might have been Clint Eastwood, another good one. But that was like a hit when they first released their self-titled album around like maybe 2001. I was months old when their first album debuted. Their self-titled album, I should say.
Right.
And I was also talking about this too. This Is Such a Pity by Weezer. I'm sure you probably don't like Weezer that much, huh?
Shit, never heard of Weezer before.
Yeah, well,
I might take a listen to this shit.
yeah, right. Now, Weezer was kind of a difficult choice because, as far as I'm aware, like I said before, not many people I think were into Weezer, but there are some good songs on there. And I happened to discover this song, this first song by them. This is Such a Pity by Weezer. This was the first song I was introduced to by that band, and I happened to discover it a couple years back as I was working a part-time board op at a radio station. I was running commercials along with a music cue and a little voiceover to let the radio listeners knowing that we were about to approach the next baseball inning. And the music cue, This Is Such a Pity by Weezer, that song was one of the music cues. Now we're going to go on to some TV shows. These are some of the classics. Oh, gosh darn it.
My Jim Partisan Monkey, Camp Laszlo.
Mm-hmm. Boondocks and American Dad.
Yeah.
There was one episode, I'm trying to think. There was one funny episode of American Dad where they go to like this pool party or whatever. Stan, he eats a brisket. It was too greasy. He had to go to the bathroom, but he took like a cannonball into the pool and he defecated in the neighbor's pool and everyone was laughing at him, making fun of him.
Oh yeah, I see that before.
Well, the thing of it is, during that time, Family Guy came back on Fox.
Right. And yeah, there's the Boondocks. There was the one where Granddad falls in love with a stripper. Remember that episode?
Oh, guess who's coming? Guess who's coming to dinner?
Oh yeah, guess who's coming to dinner. That's the name of the episode.
Yeah, that's what a guy named a pimp named Slickback comes in.
No. It's a pimp named Slickback. You know, like A Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing. Pimp named Slickback.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Where your game at? My X button ain't working. Hey, I'm pressing
Whatever.
it. You see me pressing it.
You cheated. Bitch, your game is garbage. I can style, bitch. Who's next?
Yeah. Right. Granddad, you do know that dark-skinned hoe was a hoe, right?
No. It was light skin.
That light skin, right? Oh yeah, because she is light skinned.
Yeah.
Your granddaddy game knows game.
Wait. Hold on. Let's bring that back. Shit, because I wanted to like enterprise and try to reinvigorate, right, to recorrect that shit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like game. What you know about the game, Granddad? I know the game. Taking the women and take out to eat, giving the females. What part of the game is that? You taking her to win because of the cheddar biscuits.
The fam ain't eating cheddar biscuits, but this broad here's eating cheddar biscuits.
I know the game. Your grade knows the game. Game recognized game, Granddad. I recognize game. Your grade they recognize game. Game recognized game. And you got it up for me right now. I can't. Where's Granddad? Can I hug your soul? I ain't got time to mess with y'all. I got a date. Get out of the way.
Yeah, the actor who played the granddad or did the voice of him, John Witherspoon, he died in 2019.
Oh my.
Yeah, funny guy. And Brick is here.
Hey, I thought I'd come in to say some things about that I mentioned in the comments in the live chat. Speaking of Hurricane Katrina, I mentioned that one bit that was on a charity special on NBC where Kanye was featured in, and he called out the president, called out Bush about when they were talking about the hurricane and they were raising money for charity. He says George Bush don't care about black people. Yeah, have you guys heard of that?
Oh no. But for obvious reasons, George Bush is a Republican only by name, like Mitch McConnell and Liz Cheney.
Yeah, I would say they're rhinos. Oh, they're not very good president. But I know Kanye ain't a saint either, but he got a lot of flack for that when he called Bush out.
Well, Bush deserved to be called out one way or another because he got us involved in this Iraq war with Saddam Hussein over the pretense of this whole weapons of mass destructions bullshit, which has since then been refuted countless times. So we really had no business being in Iraq at the time.
True, but at least I thought I mentioned that because Kanye at least used his time to speak to squeeze that in on that charity special.
I mean, before Kanye West got too political, I will say he does have some good songs in there. "Jesus Walks" by Kanye West, which I think came out in 2005. It was also featured in the movie Jarhead, which came out in 2005.
Yeah, I'll say that during that time when he was on that special, I mean, he released some good albums. I think the three albums I like from that time were The College Dropout, Late Registration, and the later albums like Graduation. Like around the mid 2000s is when those albums came out.
Mm-hmm. Right. Now, since I mentioned movies, we're going to be going into some movies right now. You're familiar with some of these movies, right, guys?
Oh yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That was a good one. I watched that movie a lot.
What was it?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was a great movie. I watched that movie a lot.
Oh damn! Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Madagascar, robots.
Mm-hmm.
That one was a remake of the 1970s movie. I actually watched the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory first, and then I saw the one from the 1970s later on.
Yeah, like there's two different versions. Now, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the one from 2005, that was the one I grew up with, but unfortunately, it happened to get like some negative attention because of the fact that of how would I word this? The way that Johnny Depp portrayed Willy Wonka, it was kind of like a more creepier kind of Willy Wonka. The one from the 70s with Gene Wilder portraying Willy Wonka, that one was more lighthearted compared to the one from 2005. This one was like more macabre. But needless to say, the one from 2005, Tim Burton produced this movie or directed it, so that you get what you expect with Tim Burton.
Have you guys heard Michael Jackson was originally going to play Willy Wonka in this movie?
Oh, no, I didn't. Was he?
He was originally going to, but Michael Jackson, I guess, wasn't able to. He got upset that his false allegations, people were still using that as an excuse to prevent him from getting movie roles.
Oh, yeah, that is bullshit. Now, I'm just going to point this out right here. So, Robots, which is from the defunct CGI studio called Blue Sky, which has been defunct because of COVID, I believe, that made the Ice Age movies and this Robots movie. This main character here, his name is Rodney Copperbottom. He was voiced by Ewan McGregor. He also played Obi-Wan Kenobi in the clone trilogy of Star Wars, episodes 1 through 3.
Actually, hold that thought. I don't think the whole thing that happened a couple years ago had nothing to do with its closure. I think it's probably because Disney bought Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's part of the reason Blue Sky closed down. Oh, and real quick before we continue with the movie, speaking of the TV shows, two of those shows that came out on Cartoon Network in 2005, that was around the same year. Cartoon Network had a really great summer. Summer 2005 was really great. And I wish Cartoon Network could have a summer as good as that, because I say Camp Lazlo was a good show, but I didn't like My Gym Partner's a Monkey that much. But if you liked it, perfectly fine.
Yeah, my impression from My Gym Partner's a Monkey was that it had lots of toilet humor. What was the thing you said about Blue Sky closing again, Winter King?
Oh yeah, right. The real reason why it closed down because Disney made a deal with Fox, and they actually, pretty much bought the whole studio, meaning the studio behind Ice Age. They had to shut down, but they're coming out with Ice Age 6, which means Disney is,
Oh, they are?
Yep. Disney is producing it.
Yeah, but I do remember Blue Sky closing down, and that was quite a shock. But yeah, that's the real reason, Disney buying them out.
Oh, Madagascar. That was a great movie too.
Yeah, Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, David Schwimmer, and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yep. and especially that cast, like I see like Chris Rock on Everybody Hates Chris mentioning Will Smith, and Jada Pinkett was co-star. That's kind of foreshadowing considering the Oscars a few years ago with all of them in it, and that's when Chris Rock got slapped.
Right. And here's another thing that I noticed too. Jada Pinkett Smith, the one who's married to Will Smith, turned down the role for The Matrix in 1999, only to have Keanu Reeves play Neo in The Matrix. And ironically, in the second and third Matrix movies, Jada Pinkett Smith makes an appearance as Niobe in the second and third Matrix movies. And she also appears in some cutscenes for the video game Enter the Matrix, which I still have around in my house somewhere.
And speaking of Madagascar, that was an entire franchise too, just like Shrek. And speaking of Madagascar, I gotta quote this from Madagascar 3 parody. Alex the lion, what the hell are you doing in my car?
Shit. And don't forget about the Incredibles, where when the guy said, "Honey," and his wife was like, "What? Where's my super suit?"
I remember that. I remember the teacher was trying to scold the kid. I forgot what his name was, but the one who's like really fast. I think he like put a thumb. Huh?
Dash.
Yeah, Dash. Right. He's trying to scold him for putting a thumbtack on his chair. I think he's watching the surveillance tape on the TV. He's like, coincidence? I think not. But that's like from 2004. I think that was like a year before 2005. And there's some other movies on there. I'm sure some of you guys had to have seen Curse of the Were-Rabbit, or maybe even Corpse Bride.
I've heard of them at least.
I mean, heard of them, but I have seen the Corpse Bride numerous times.
Yeah. Helena Bonham Carter voiced the characters in both movies. In this movie, Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, there's an aristocratic woman who harbors a crush on Wallace, the named character. Her name is Lady Toddington. She was voiced by Helena Bonham Carter, and Helena Bonham Carter also went to do the voice of Emily in Corpse Bride.
Yeah, she voiced characters in both those movies.
And talking of which, Christopher Lee, he was Dr. Wilbur Wonka. He was like the dentist, Willy Wonka's father in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And he also played Count Dooku in Episode 3 of Star Wars. Both of which came out in 2005.
Star Wars Episode 3 was one of the best movies of that year.
Agreed. Yeah, I think it really does a great job of tying everything together. The final few events that make Anakin turn to the dark side, him being manipulated by Palpatine. You find out that he was the one controlling the strings the whole time. He reveals himself to Anakin, and Mace Windu. He was so close to killing Palpatine. He could have killed him, and it could have ended the whole thing. But no. Palpatine manipulated Anakin quite enough. He tried to portray this like, oh, I'm too weak. Don't kill me, please. No.
Really right.
Right, yeah. Like, who would have fallen for that shit?
Yeah.
Hell, I know I wouldn't, because if it was me that see that fool said that he's weak, don't kill him, I would have done that shit immediately.
Yeah, right. Put an end to it once and for all. And he was even starting shit in Episode 1 of Star Wars. Don't you remember when he was only a senator from Naboo? Behind the scenes, he trained Darth Maul to kill Qui-Gon Jinn, but unsuccessfully kill Obi-Wan Kenobi. Palpatine, he took the role of Darth Sidious. He ordered the Trade Federation to infiltrate Naboo. he manipulated the Queen of Naboo to have Supreme Chancellor Valorum step down so Senator Palpatine could take the role as Supreme Chancellor. Sheev Palpatine is the Phantom Menace in Episode 1 of Star Wars, and the Jedi did not know it the whole time.
Why?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it does a really good job of tying everything together. The part where, the one I really like especially, the one that really ends in a cliffhanger, but in a good way, because you get the hint of Luke growing up to be a Jedi. It's when baby Luke is being held by Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru, with the two suns setting on that farm on Tatooine, and that iconic music piece for Star Wars by John Williams. That was a good way to end the movie. Very iconic, and it gives you a hint about there being a new hope. Someone who will grow up to take on the Galactic Empire that was started by Sheev Palpatine, a.k.a. Darth Sidious, or the Emperor.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, how you been?
Yeah, what's up, Jay?
Hey, what's up, Jay?
Now, let's talk about some video games. Don't any of you guys here remember these video games?
Oh, I know those games. I know. I've heard of Shadow the Hedgehog, and Star Wars Battlefront. I heard that was a good game.
Oh, yeah, Stick and Shadow the Hedgehog. I had that game years ago, or a couple years back, but
Me too.
I had it on the, I do remember my cousin, gaming his PS2 copy to me, because at the time, he was getting me all his PS2 games, since he doesn't have a PS2 anymore. That was one of those games.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to say, the Shadow the Hedgehog, it wasn't like a bad game as far as I remember as a kid. I mean, I know that it probably has gotten some negative attention too from some of the players, but that shit wasn't really apparent to me when I first played it as a kid. I mean, I remember like really liking the concept of playing as Shadow as a character, having shooting with guns, which kind of seemed a bit unusual, but hey, you have Sonic Adventure 2, where Tails is firing a bazooka. Same thing with Eggman. So what can you do? And
sorry. Go ahead. I was gonna say something, but I'll wait.
Oh, go on. I'll let you.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say something about Matrix Path and Neo. That's I only heard of that game because I saw a video about a guy who got confused and thought the original Xbox was an Xbox One because that's the actual first Xbox, and one of the games he had was that one, Matrix Path and Neo, but it didn't work.
Did you know that game was certified by THX?
THX, like that, the company.
Yeah, THX. They're the ones. They're like an audio production company.
Oh yeah, like before, like the company that's shown before movies. Yeah, that company.
Yeah, they've had like their logo plastered on so many movies, which have been known to be digitally mastered for optimal video and audio performance, and they even had their name plastered on the Matrix Path of Neo. You can go to www.thx.com to find out more about their services. They've been doing it for. Yeah, they've been producing audio for the Ice Age movies, the movie Titanic, the Star Wars movies, and definitely some of the movies by Disney. Cars, Bugs Life, Finding Nemo, Monsters Incorporated, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I remember seeing THX logos before the Pixar movies and such like that. At least, but yeah, at least they do have but at least they do. At least I'll see that they that they did audio for the. Like you said, on their website. Game.
What was
Hey, what's
that?
up, J Dog?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Great to have you here, Jay.
Hey,
How you been, man?
I'm doing good.
Hey Jay, where you at?
I'm at a restaurant right now. Shoot,
Oh, you're at a restaurant. What kind of restaurant?
I'm at Chili's.
Chili's. Well, I haven't been there before. There's one right next to Red Robin where I am, but I have to check that out sometime, maybe. Who knows?
There used to be one where I live, near where I live, in the next town, but they closed.
Went belly up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
good.
Chili's ended up closing down, and I never got to go.
Oh
That's too
yeah.
bad. Jay, we were just talking about some of these events. I'm sure you're familiar with Hurricane Katrina, right? That was a very that hurricane, that was something else, man.
That was one of the worst hurricanes ever. Like,
Yeah, that was a
it was
tragedy.
so bad that Six Flags in New Orleans closed permanently.
Yeah, that's true.
Dang.
And this was conducted by the National Weather Service. According to their website, there would be up to 1,833 people that were killed.
Damn.
And the property damage that was caused by this hurricane was worth $108 billion in U.S. dollars.
That's crazy. That is that's a tragic event.
Hey, PsychoYajko, can I present something? I was gonna present that what I mentioned earlier about that charity special that Kanye was featured in. I was gonna present that. I could download the video and present it.
Sure, go ahead, Brick. The floor is yours.
Hang on, real quick. I gotta search it up. It'll be a little bit. Hang on.
Yep. But yeah, 2005, man, that was
20 years ago.
Yeah, that was.
I think we even got some flooding up in the American Northwest because of it.
It was called the Concert for Hurricane Relief. That was a special.
Yeah, right.
Hang on, real quick.
Oh, okay.
Let me present the video. I have it downloaded right now.
Oh, okay.
All right, you got it?
The city has changed dramatically, tragically, and perhaps irreversibly.
Wait, is that
There's now
Kanye?
over 25
That
feet
is.
of water where there was once city
Yep, and
streets
Mike Myers.
and thriving neighborhoods.
I hate the way they portray us in the media. If you see a black family, it says they're looting. You see a white family, it says they're looking for food. And you know it's been 5 days because most of the people are black. And even for me to complain about, I would be a hypocrite because I've tried to turn away from the TV because it's too hard to watch. I've even been shopping before even giving a donation. So now I'm calling my business manager right now to see what is the biggest amount I can give, and just to imagine if I was down there, and those are my people down there. So anybody out there that wants to do anything that we can help with the setup, the way America is set up to help the poor, the black people, the less well off as slow as possible. I mean, Red Cross is doing everything they can. We already realize a lot of the people that could help are at war right now, fighting another way, and they've given them permission to go down and shoot us.
Shoot,
And subtle, but in even many ways more profoundly devastating, is the lasting damage to the survivors' will to rebuild
Wow.
and remain in the area. The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Damn.
Please call.
Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That I mentioned. Sean.
Oh, you're cutting out a bit, Brick.
What?
Yeah, you saw even Chris Tucker had a blank CD.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's been tragedies in each decade.
For sure. Just out of curious, Jay, what do you think you're going to be ordering at Chili's?
I got me some chicken tenders and stuff.
Oh, chicken tenders. I might have to try their chicken tenders.
Yeah, I love Chili's. That's my favorite restaurant.
Oh, Red Robin is good too. Gourmet burgers and fries, bottomless fries, and they have a pretty good selection of beers for you to choose from.
Yeah.
Budweiser, Samuel Adams, Labatt's maybe.
Closest I've been to Chili's was Applebee's. Applebee's is good.
Oh yeah, Applebee's is good too. Yeah.
I mean, I've been to Chili's a few times.
I'm going to be talking about some of the TV shows with you, Jay. I'm going to see if you are familiar with some of these TV shows. I've been talking about them with AC Walker here and Winter King. Let me share my screen. What do you think? Familiar with these?
I know some of those songs. I know How to Save a Life, Feel Good Inc., maybe the song by 50 Cent. Yeah, there's 2 songs. I might know. I might be familiar with 1 or 2 of those songs. I might be familiar with those. I don't think I'm listening to them.
I believe Candy Shop came out in that same year. You know the song? I'll
Yeah, I
take you
know
to the
that one.
butcher shop. Let you lick the big pork chop. Girl, I know you like ham hocks. If you're Jewish, I even got locks. Hey, hey.
Yeah, I know that. I know that song, The Candy Shop.
No, that was
Yeah.
called Butcher Shop. Cal, that's not 50 Cent. He talk about candy. I'm talking about meat. That's a whole nother level. P-Unit! Remember that movie? That's from Little Man.
Oh, with
Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan and
The Wayans brothers,
oh
Marlon and Sean
yeah,
Wayans.
All right, there we
the
go. I'm
Wayne
outside.
brothers. Yeah.
I'm gonna be here for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, yeah, we got some good music that came out in 2005. You got Feel Good Incorporated. Chris Brown was in his prime in 2005.
Oh yeah, his one song called "Run It." That song came out in 2005. I want to send a link to that.
Then you got good.
Yeah,
albums
that's a
called
yeah,
Hate
that's
It
a
or
great
Love It.
song.
You got Hate It or Love It by The Game and 50 Cent. Good Life featuring Kanye and T-Pain.
Disco Inferno by 50 Cent. Get in My Car, also by 50 Cent.
That's where the game. That's where the game. I remember The Game made his first album, the Boat album, in 2005.
Oh, Jesus Walks Too by Kanye West. I think that song came out in 2005.
Jesus Walks is another good song. Kanye had a lot of good songs in 05. Kanye was also on his prime in 2005. Oh yeah, I remember Avatar: The Last Airbender. Man, that was the first TV show I actually watched, to be honest.
Yep, Avatar: The Last Airbender and Drake and Josh were around in 2005. Both of them are great shows.
Yeah, Drake Bell and Josh Peck.
Yep.
Yep. Well, actually, Drake and Josh came out in 2004.
Yeah, the year before, but it was around in 2005.
Oh yeah. But man, I remember when Avatar came out, and I cannot believe that show is 20 years old now.
I'm sure. Have you seen
in the
Robots?
3-6 Mafia album.
Oh, Madagascar! I used to watch that when I was a kid. I remember there were some movies like Four Brothers. That was a good movie.
Yeah, have you seen Robots?
I've seen it. I think I have.
Yeah, there's some really funny quotes in it. Calm down. It's a fusion of jazz and funk.
Yep.
It's called junk.
What's another? Oh yeah, I remember YouTube was first invented in 2005.
Oh, YouTube first came out in 2005.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
It launched in beta in May, but the first videos were posted in April, and it was founded in February.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're telling me there's a few inventions that happened in 05, man, but
Yeah. From Blue Sky Studios, which I think has been bought out by Disney.
oh yeah.
And there's another scene in that movie. The main villain, I forgot who his name was, but I believe he was voiced by Greg Kinnear, who was in the Robots movie. He's like, "Where's Big Well?" We'll see him next month at the Big Well Ball. He always goes to that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, Jay, have you seen Star Wars Episode 3?
Oh, what?
Have you seen Episode 3 of Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith?
I've seen it. I'm not too big into Star Wars, but yeah.
I think I might have seen episode 3, but I'm not too sure because it's been so long.
I've seen some episodes of. Actually, I've seen some episodes of Star Wars. Who the hell is this?
It's Beagle Boy. Hey, how you been, man?
Hey there, doing all right?
I was wondering who that is.
Yeah, it's Beagle Boy.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Oh, nice to see you, Beagle Boy.
Yep, happy to be here.
Yeah, we were just talking about some these movies, Beagle Boy. Come on.
What the?
No.
Yeah, we've already talked earlier in the stream about we talked about Hurricane Katrina, one of the worst disasters, and we were talking about some TV shows and movies that came out.
Oh yeah, another TV show. What you call it? The Boondocks came out in 05. American Dad came out in 05.
Remember the scene from the Boondocks? There's one episode. It's called "Guess Ho's Coming to Dinner." It's where Granddad falls in love with a lady who turns out to be a
Yeah.
stripper. My name is a
Make this
pimp
stop.
named Slickback, and I believe I may have misplaced some merchandise.
Yep.
Oh, hold on there, Mr. Slickback. No, it's a pimp named Slickback. That's what I said, Slickback. No, a pimp named Slickback. You know, like A Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing.
Say the
Pimp
whole
named
thing.
Slickback.
Pimp named Slickback.
Well,
That show was funny.
can't we just call you Slickback for short?
Pimp named Slickback.
And there
That's
was
like,
funny.
Mr. Who's this person? Nigga, are you deaf? I'm a pimp named Slickback. Say it with me now. Hey, he's my pimp. Your pimp? You really
Yes,
are? Ah,
he's a
yes,
hoe.
she's a hoe.
Yep. Good impression. Anyways, I just wanted to pop in and say hi. I'm gonna head out. Just want to say hi. Just want to say a few things, but anyways,
Yeah.
good seeing you, PsychoYajko.
Yeah, good seeing you too.
All right,
Yeah.
see y'all later, and I will
Yeah,
see y'all
same
later.
here.
Peace.
Yeah, same here. I decided to come here to mention some things too, and I think I'll also be leaving too. All I gotta say to you guys, enjoy the rest of the stream, and I'm out.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, it's almost been close to an hour. I think I have a plan. From now on, when I start doing these streams, I've been thinking about doing them on the weekend. That seems to be the time where people seem to be the most available because it's a weekend, you know. I really don't think that there is much to do other than paying bills, maybe going to church. I don't know. But it's definitely not a work day, like, say, a weekday would be, usually. For a lot of people who usually work 40 hours a week, if they're working at all. When 5 days a week is usually 8 hours. Monday
Yeah.
through Friday.
Generally.
And other than that, I really don't know what else there is to talk about. It has been close to an hour. I mean, the main goal here for part 2 of my 2005 stream was to see if there would be any people who would show up. And I managed to get, like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 4 to 5 people. That's pretty good, you know? I mean, yesterday was pretty slim because I think, again, it might have been a weekday, not a weekend. But next time I do a stream where I'm talking about a particular topic or maybe talking about the early 2000s, I'm going to try to root for a Saturday because that's usually the day that I'm off, if anything.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Well, I think this has been it for now. It's been really great having you, AC Walker, the newest person to show up on my stream, I believe. And you, of course, Beagle Boy. Thank you for showing up here, too.
Definitely glad to be here.
If you guys like this live stream, thanks all you guys for watching. Drop a like, share, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see you all in the next video or live stream. Take care, and bye-bye.